It's raining at the Hungaroring with 5 lights on. It's lights out and away we go. And Guys van Leuven has got away well. He's in the lead going into turn 1. Bryn Evans maintaining his second position as Danny's on the outside. That is going to be Lol diving up the inside to try and take 4th place as round turn 1. Bryn Evans almost pulling wheel to wheel with Van Leuven. He's trying to look around the outside of turn 2. No move on there, but it's very close in the battle for the lead of this race. Van Leuven getting a bit out of shape. That could allow Evans to have a little look around the outside. Going into turn 4. As is Evans allowed the space, he's looking up the inside of turn 5. And Evans does take the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix, and Van Leuven might lose second place here to Danny, and he has. Hugo has dropped back. Van Leuven cuts the chicane. Will he have to give the place back? He does, and that might allow Lol to look around the outside. It's a great start from the Mercedes drivers as Van Leuven's wide again, and Dylan goes through on Lol, and Van Leuven hits the barrier there. Turn 11. And also going wide there, Charlotte Perkins getting out of shape. And now potentially looking up the inside into turn 12. It's side by side there. And in the end, Bryn Evans is going to lead at the end of the first lap of the Hungarian Grand Prix. And is there an exit here for Parker? He's desperately trying it. And the move at the inside of the chicane, turn 6. And again, Van Leuven cuts across, and when he rejoins, he will be behind the Williams. He's still trying to keep it wheel to wheel, but he is behind there, and he's not gaining too much, but there might be a move for a dive, like he did on Guys van Leuven. It's late on the brakes. Is there a cutback? Switcheroo move from Charlotte Perkins down to turn 2, move to the inside line, and Parker is ahead. A couple of drivers in the pits already. This is the moment to switch to slicks, I think. And some drivers have taken it. Rain now clearing up. Track looks pretty dry. And now we will have to see as down the inside there goes Julian. Tries to get it stopped. Rambo will get a better exit. Potential more issues for Senor Ghosts. I don't think the tyres are right at the moment. The slick's not quite firing up. And that's been shown by Evans staying out. Evans with a 32.8 there. We've got 33s from some of those. Let's see, a slick time 37, so losing about 4 to 5 seconds in just the middle part of the lap. And maybe this might be the lap. Danny has hit the wall. He's lost both end plates on the run after turn 3 towards turn 4. Those tyres are tricky. And it's another incident as Evans continues to just go on with his race. For the moment, he's not deciding that now is the time to box. He's just staying out and has Parker disconnected. He's been overtaken back by Perkins and Van Leuven. And now, yellow flag, the safety car's been deployed. And he'll pick his restart moment when the time comes. I think either around here or around the last corner. And he's got a huge gap now. Lol has been caught sleeping. As Bryn Evans already opens up a couple of second gap, I think, there on the safety car restart. It's an absolute gift for the Racing Bulls, who now has a clear lead. This is Alex looking to challenge James Neus, who's on the safety car restart and trying to fire up those hard compound tyres. He's got the place. It's a double Racing Bulls on the podium at the moment. Statlev is ahead of Hugo. The Red Bull making a move. And now it's the run down to turn 1. Hugo very wide there. A Statlev will look to get the move on Dylan. Hugo round the long way. Doesn't look for a switchback. Slight contact, I think, between the Aston Martin and Red Bull. Behind as well, Danny getting the move on Hugo. Hugo breaks deep. Danny will get the cutback. Danny to 11th place, ahead of the Sauber car. James Nihus looking for a first RFC podium. He's been trying to get a podium for such a long time. Streak might run as long as Nico Hulkenberg if he keeps this going, but I think it might be a bit less than that by the time he eventually gets a podium, as Alex goes up the inside and gets the place on Lol, as Gies van Leuven gets it done on Perkins. Perkins saw that coming, tried to swap, and Van Leuven now will go the long way around the outside of turn 2, doesn't cut back, but still might get a decent exit, but Perkins has got it covered. Kalin Tovic losing places, and the Red Bull tumbling out of the points as Dylan's going to get the move on the inside. Rear wing damage there as Dylan is spun around in the background. Kalin Tovic with rear wing damage on his car, and that is surely going to be his race over, as Danny now will be looking to get XR Rambo. He's got ahead of Statlev, and now he's ahead of XR Rambo, and Statlev is going to have to do the same thing which he tried to do on the previous lap. He's closer on this occasion. They bang wheels, and Statlev goes all the way around the outside. Can he get the traction? XR Rambo will have to give the space, and Statlev goes over the grass, and then wheel to wheel they lock on down towards turn 4, and Rambo sent spinning into the wall. Yellow flag. Statlev is stopped on the entry to 5. He's hit the wall and he's just stopped now on the circuit. Fortunately, no safety car deployed from just him being stopped there for no reason, basically. There's another yellow. That's the other Red Bull who's dropped back again. So Red Bull having a nightmare lap 20 here. Or lap 19, really. They're still on lap 19. And that's now Kalin Tovic getting a bit out of shape there. There's another yellow. That is Statlev again going over the grass. We have side-by-side action between Hugo and Jarvis Coyd. And Hugo is just ahead of Coyd, but Coyd is going to be looking to go around the outside into turn 4. They slightly make contact. Hugo is just ahead of the Alpine. Kick Sauber looking for points in Division 1 for the first time this season. Around the outside, Kalin Tovic, who's got DRS. There's another yellow. That might be the Mercedes. And Kalin Tovic has got DRS and is ahead, as Coyd also goes for the move. Late on the brakes from Hugo. Keeps hold of the position momentarily. And Coyd having to letting by Charlotte Perkins, so no idea what's gone on there. And Coyd running wide. Something going on with Coyd. The strategy to pit now has resulted in this situation where she's having to make moves as she runs wide, and that might... She's run wide, and now she's off again. And now James Nihus is making the move on Hugo, so not quite sure what happened then. And this is costing so much time for the Ferraris. Oh, as Kalin Tovic spins and is going to lose many places. And he's now running in 10th place. And that rear wing damage has severely hampered his progress. And he just got caught out there. It's all over. Kalin Tovic is going to go around the outside here, which becomes the inside. They lock on wheels, and it becomes dirty between the two of them. And Kalin Tovic again is spun around at turn 11 this time. Danny going wide there. And Lol is ahead of Senor Ghosts going into turn 11. So Senor seemingly let off there. He's got wing damage from before as well. And Sauber are going to bail into the pits, and the tyres just wouldn't be able to last in turn 4, turn 5. Kalin Tovic and Rambo. But anyway, we're back to this battle again. And the position swap has been made. They are managing this to the end. Lol is going to be absolutely rapid. He seems to have got this strategy spot on. And this will be a potential chance at victory for Mercedes as we enter the final 5 laps when they next cross the line. That's Rambo again having difficulties and spinning the car. His tyre temperature's just rapidly rising and there's not a lot he can do, just compounding the problem. Contact between James Nihus and Senor Ghosts, and James is ahead. There's another yellow for Rambo, and Rambo has retired in the pit lane. It's going to be too late for any safety cars now, no matter what happens. And Nihus makes the move, and Lol is still on his way towards those 2 race leaders who are now entering puncture territory. Surely, Lol within the DRS now of Alex, who might have to play the team game to try and get Bryn Evans the victory, but there's no grip for Alex, and Lol looks up the inside, and surely there's no answer from the Racing Bulls. They're looking to hold on to a first victory this season, but Lol will want it for Mercedes, and Alex is going to push him all the way to the outside, and he maintains that second place, but now on the run towards turn 4. Lol is going to easily get ahead, and they make contact as Alex there gets back ahead of Lol. So Lol is now going to surely take the place into the chicane, and he has done that just. But has that cost the time now? Was on the podium on his debut race in Canada, and he's so close to a victory for Racing Bulls, but Lol is just 2 tenths behind, and the battle is going to go down to turn 13 and turn 14. Lol, chasing a first RFC victory, goes to the outside. There's contact between Evans and Lol, and that might just have secured the advantage that Evans needs, because Lol is going to round the final corner, but Evans is out of it ahead. He's managed to hold on. Bryn Evans wins the Hungarian Grand Prix ahead of Lol. Alex and James Nihus across the line there for 3rd and 4th. As there, James drops back to 5th because of the penalties, but we'll have to see what happens to Alex as well in the post-race. It's a photo finish. Perkins is in the barriers up to the line.